everyone, this is Joanne Fink for Sakura, and this is the third in a multi-part series on Italic calligraphy. We're going to look at simple Italic caps today. If you have not had a chance to download the handout and the exemplar, please do so, and let's get started. We're going to look at our capitals the same way we did our lowercase in different groups: the straight letters, elliptical letters, bold letters, diagonal letters, and the S, which is the most challenging, although it's really a bold letter. So we're going to start with the straight letters, and capitals are 7 nib widths, and on your lining guide you have a dotted line to show you where the capitals will go. And to do the really simple capitals that we're doing, basically there's no serifs. You just start clean, come down for the L, and go across. The F, just like the I and L, you start straight down at the 7-degree slant, and then you put your pen back and go across. To do the straight E, straight down at a slant, across, matching the F. And what's interesting with the E is the crossbar is a little higher than the one with the F. The H, again, just straight down at a slant for both vertical lines, and then you cross. The J has a straight side, and you flick it off to the left, and then have a very gentle curve at the bottom. The T is straight down at a slant, break the line, come right underneath the line, and do your horizontal. And the U, straight down at a slant, but just like your lowercase t, you will bow it out a bit, and you might need to go back and adjust that line so that it has that little branching effect. Now let's look at the elliptical letters. The C starts on a thin, and it's quite rounded like the O, and then look how far I'm coming all the way back over here to go up so I can come down. Let me show you that in 2 parts. I'm all the way back over here so that you can really get that nice branched effect. I love a round E, so whichever you prefer, go for it. The G starts like a C, nice gentle rounded top, and then almost a miniature T right there. The O has really nice smooth sides, and the Q looks exactly like an O, but then you get to put that nice S curve in it. Our bold set of letters begins with the P, and the P starts just like the I, straight down at a 7-degree slant, and then you come over, and just like the bottom of the lowercase g, you curve that up. To do the B, straight down at the 7-degree slant, curve it over, and you'll notice in the same way that the F crossbar is a little lower than the E, the P bowl is a little lower than the B because there's nothing underneath here to take up the space. The R, straight down at a slant, is more like the P and then comes over. And the D is a wider letter. And one of the things with the D is to make sure that it's taller here. We don't want to see any Ds like that. The A is our first diagonal letter. And you don't want to make it too wide. The crossbar is just like the crossbar on the H, and it can stick out a little bit. The K, straight down at your 7-degree slant, and then here, I adjust my pen angle slightly so that the strokes are not overpoweringly thick. I do that on my M and my N. On the N, I raise the angle so that they're all relatively uniform. And it's okay to go back and make some adjustments. Lettering is hand done, it doesn't have to be perfect. But practicing will make it better. To do the V straight down at a diagonal, and then connect it so that the poles are about the same thickness. Here's our W, and I usually hook that just a little bit. The X, I flatten the angle here so that these are again the same thickness. Flatten the angle on the right-hand side of your diagonals. There's your Y. And now for the Z, come across, flatten the angle so that it's the diagonal part of the Z that gets the attention, and then off to the right. And in a very simple alphabet, I would not have included that little tiny swash. And now the S. S is one of the most difficult letters to do, and a lot of people have trouble with the S because they try and start it here and then they wind up going above or below the line. No, 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 no. Start below the line and end the S curve below the line so that you have room to go back in and really overlap your strokes. Also, the S is a skinny letter, so make sure that you're not making it too wide. You also want to make sure that you're not doing this, which I call a duck S, where the hole here is bigger than the hole here. They're relatively even, but if one of them has to be bigger, ever so slightly bigger on the bottom. So those are your simple italic caps, and this is part 3 of a multi-part series, so stay tuned for part 4, and happy lettering.